Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Fantasy Fanbase channel. My name is Joey. Today we have some Keeper of the Lost Cities news. We have updates regarding Book 10, big news right there, and also on the graphic novel part 2. Before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're excited for Book 10, and comment down below what are you most excited for, the graphic novel part 2 or Book 10. I kind of know what I'm most excited for, but I just want to see what you guys think. Alright, and let's just jump straight into it. And this first Instagram post was just a tiny little update posted on April 3rd, and it was just a quick selfie and an update, and it says, I realize my new glasses aren't necessarily newsworthy, but sadly they're the most exciting thing I have to share at the moment. I know you're all waiting for the Keeper updates, but we're still mostly figuring all of that out. And in the meantime, I'm mostly camped out in my writing chair, working as hard as I can. But I didn't want you to think I disappeared, so here I am. Basically, you know, just a little update saying that she is writing, she is working hard on whatever it is. I'm assuming it's Book 10, and we have a nice little selfie in her room, and you can see all the cool things in the back. And I just noticed this. If you go all the way in the top left corner, she has one of those like cut out book things that you like do, and it's like really creative, and it spells out KotLC, like when you cut the book up and spread out the pages. That's really cool actually. Alright, moving on to the first part of the big news regarding the graphic novel part 2. Let's read the post. The photo says, the Keeper of the Lost Cities graphic novel part 2. Part 2 of the graphic novel adaptation of the New York Times and USA Today best-selling Keeper of the Lost Cities is coming. This adaptation of Shannon Messenger's epic first Keeper of the Lost Cities novel brings the second half of the book to life with stunning artwork and special extras. This is available in hardcover and paperback. I don't know, was that an option last year? I think my book's paperback. And here we have it. The US and Canada release date is December 2nd, 2025, and pre-orders are available right now, and the link will be in the description, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's go over what she said in the description of the post. Hooray, I finally have some Keeper news to share. I know a lot of you have been wondering when part 2 of the graphic novel adaptation of Keeper 1 will be available, and I'm super excited to tell you that it will be available in the US and Canada on December 2nd, 2025. Just like with part 1, the text was adapted by Selena Fran, but this time the art is by Valeria Tenga Romanzi. Wait, did she switch up the if I'm getting this correct, she has switched up the artist of the graphic novel. I was not expecting that. And I'm just quickly glancing through the page of the artist. It looks pretty nice actually. Looking back on the graphic novel part 1, I was surprised with the art style's direction of it, but I had no problem with it. But I think getting something new and fresh from a new artist is actually really cool, and I don't know if that was intentional. Maybe the artist kind of bailed out. She's like, this was too much, I'm not doing the second one. But either way, getting a new artist, actually, I'm in favor of that. I'm a fan of that, and I'm actually really excited now, because to be honest, like a change of this would be cool. Getting something new is going to make it a little bit more exciting rather than it's just, you know, the same art style. So think of it as a little extra surprise, you know, it's going to be a different thing, so it'll be a little bit more exciting. Anyway, let's keep going. The workload for these books is intense, and we had to get started on part 2 before part 1 was even done. But both adaptations looks absolutely amazing. I don't have any art to share from part 2 yet, but I promise that's coming soon. But it is available to be pre-ordered, and then the link again will be in the description. And once again, there will be a pre-order giveaway. So basically, if you do decide to pre-order, you'll get like an email confirmation. Just save that, you know, star it in your email inbox, or just remember it's there, because there'll be a free pre-order giveaway where you can just get free stuff just because you bought the book. It's pretty cool. But again, I really liked reading the graphic novel part 1. I will be pre-ordering and reading the graphic novel part 2 because it was a really fun experience, because to be honest, book 1 is a really like strong book in the series. It's probably in my top like 4 books, honestly. A lot of nostalgia associated with that, and seeing it brought to life in illustrated form was super awesome. So this is a great book. And right before we get into the Book 10 news, I do want to point this out. I don't know how long this lasts. Barnes & Noble members, free and premium, so free members can get 25% off pre-orders with the code PREORDER25. And so if you're looking at the paperback version, you can get that right now for only $13.50, not including shipping, but still, that's not bad. So go get on that if you want to pre-order it. I'm actually going to pre-order it right now, honestly. And now it's time for what you have all been waiting for, the Book 10 update. Is it coming this year? Answer all of our questions, Shannon. Please, let's just read her post. First, she has posted a selfie with a big question mark on a whiteboard. That is not exactly what we hoped it would be, but let's just read the description of the post. Greetings again from my writing chair. Figured I should drop in and say hi, since last week I was able to announce the awesome news about part 2 of the graphic novel releasing on December 2nd, and I'm betting it made a lot of you think, okay, yay, but what about Keeper 10? I'm pretty sure she just checked the comments, and if you scrolled down on the comments of that post, every single one was about book 10. Where's book 10? Where's book 10? Yeah, I mean, you could tell what the fans want. And I wish I could give you more than a selfie of me holding a badly drawn question mark as an answer, but alas, I'm a bit short on specifics at the moment. Here's what I can share. Book 10 is definitely happening. I sure hope so. I'm working super hard on it right now, making it as amazing as it can be, and it's going to blow your minds, methinks. Everything else, release day, cover, title, etc., is all still being figured out while I work on writing it. There's still more to go, but before I continue, this is making me a little bit scared because usually she would say the release date isn't finalized, but it's coming this fall. She didn't say that. If anything, if you want to clarify, your last post was saying the graphic novel part 2 is coming out. So if anything, this post would be clarifying that yes, book 10 is coming out this fall. But since it had no mention of that, I'm very scared regarding that. I know that's probably not the update you were all hoping for, but here's the thing. I've been on this insane schedule for years where I've been writing the books while prepping for launch at the same time, and it's horribly stressful and becoming impossible with all the craziness involved with getting books printed these days, not to mention the 2 tiny humans I'm responsible for right now. And to get this book right, I realized I needed time to be able to write the story the way it needs to be written without all the other stuff in my head. So that's where I'm at, writing as fast as I can, I promise. And once I get further along in the process, then I'll be able to give concrete updates about when you'll be able to buy it and read it, whether it's the last book in the series, who's on the cover, and all those burning questions I know you have. I realize many of you have been waiting a long time for this book, and I promise it'll be worth it. Plus, you'll have the graphic novel and other super wonderful things I haven't shared yet in the meantime. I'll also drop in as much as I can, but if I disappear for longer stretches, just know I'm spending most of my time with Sophie and the crew, trying to capture their adventures the best way I can. Stay tuned for more. First of all, she gives this very, very reasonable explanation for why these books have been going from 1 per year to 2, or not 2 per year, 1 every 2 years. If you look at it from a logistics part, it makes total sense, because let's say if we flash back to when she was writing like books 1 and 2 and 3, she could write a 400 to 500 page book and then send it off to publishing, but then there'd only be a short amount of time where when she was done with the next book, she'd have to start writing the next one, because getting the book published and edited, she's got to have it finished way before it finally gets released. And so what's happening now is she's getting the books done and then immediately having to start the next book because the process is taking so long, because the books are so much longer. She has 2 kids. The story is just more convoluted than it was before. And so it makes total sense to her, and we have to give her some props for being able to keep up this schedule for as long as she did. And I have a question, and I don't know who can answer this, but I just want to throw it out there. Instead of having this cycle where every time Shannon releases a book, it's always in November and December, why do we have to, if she misses that cycle, why do we have to wait until the whole next time? Can't we just release it like in the spring? Like instead of going from here, oh, I missed it, gotta go all the way back around, why can't we just go like release it in like the spring? Like, I feel like that would make more sense. Regardless, what I'm getting from this post is that book 10 will not be coming out in the fall of 2025. And I know that's going to be a very big disappointment to a lot of people and to me. It's understandable, but it's also, we got to consider her side, you got to consider it. So that's the big update. And there were some extra things in the post that made me think. Number 1, she said whether this is the last book in the series. Okay, I don't think I'm ready for that book 11 conversation just yet. She also said she's prepared some fun things in the meantime. So I'm guessing maybe, art teasers. She always does some of that stuff. We'll just have to see. And as always, whenever there's more news posted, we will be here. But that's going to be it. Please let me know your thoughts on this down below. I want to hear your comments in the comment section. I will read all of them, by the way. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the news, or if you didn't, I hope you're still excited for book 10 and get excited for the graphic novel part 2. That is still really exciting. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.